Hi, 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 everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm super excited to be here. So, we'll be breaking down the charts very quickly, looking into different concepts, looking at what the market has for us this new week, right? I'll be drawing up our projection for this new week. So, we'll be doing full charts breakdown, right? Just like name inscribed, right? How price really move, right? So today we'll be breaking down price really moves. That's what we're really going to be looking into today. We're going to be breaking down every major pair. We're going to be breaking down the major pairs, whichever one you guys want me to look into. We're going to break it down together, do proper analysis. We trade using action, right? Understanding market structure and all of that. You call it smart money concepts, whatever you call it, right? So we just need to understand where the market is heading, and we trade in the direction of the big boys in the day, and be on what we are expecting this new week. I'm super gassed up. I'm super excited for this new week. Godspeed this new week, and I'm active with y'all. So stick around. Yeah. Uh, let's create histories together, right? Let's make history together, right? Okay, so getting straight to business. How price really moves, right? I know you're wondering how does price move and stuff like that. So we'll be looking into the exact concept today, right? And I'm sincerely I'm interested in showing you a lot of things, and how and what I'm looking forward to seeing in the market this week, right? What I'm looking forward to seeing in the market this week. So I hope you are active with me, cause bro, I'm super active. I'm super active with y'all. So let's get straight to business. Let's get straight to business, and let's get straight to business. Literally, let's get straight to business. That's all, right? Okay, so I'm currently here on next last week, our live analysis last week. We had some buy projection on gold, and I can tell you I'm so pained. I was so pained because I missed them. And if you remember very, very well, last week, where did Monday start from? Yeah, Monday started from around here. So we had projections that at the point where markets break above this level, we'll be looking for some very good buy. And at the end of the day, markets ended up breaking the market board pretty well, right? So I'm not dwelling in the past, literally. But why do I have this here? I had one analysis as of Tuesday that I missed out on, especially on Monday, actually, that I missed out on. And that really affected us the whole week because, sincerely, that was the only trade that I had planned out for the week. That gold buy was what I had planned out, and BTC buy was, but we missed both, right? We missed both. We missed BTC for Monday, and then we're able to get on another one on the Thursday. We took a loss on Thursday. Then on Friday, we're able to get another one, but we closed at entry because price was giving us some crazy move due to the NFP news that came out. And after closing, price moved. Had about two people that held the trade, and they still said they sent screenshots to are still running in profit, and this was the BTC trade, right? This was the BTC buy trade I sent to the Telegram channel on Friday. And when price was correcting around this area, because that was the instruction I gave on the group, it was correcting massively well, and I was looking at this resistance level here. So I kind of place some emphasis on this minor resistance level. If you check the 1 hour time frame, the resistance level was falling pretty hard, and that was the exact reason why I had to close, because sometimes when you don't listen to the market, and you just feel like no, this and that, at the end of the day, when it goes, to actually feel very much more pain, and I wasn't prepared for that. So this was the resistance that led to the close. We were running in some pretty good profit, right? This was the resistance. I hope you can see this. So this was the resistance that we had on uh on Friday. In profit, right? Price was moving like this. It was in profit. This candlestick had not closed at the time. It was in profit. Then all of a sudden, I saw this massive bearish pin bar that formed, and after that, another bearish candlestick formed. Like it was very, very aggressive and super fast. And that was why I had to just close the trade. So I was like, okay, if market is reacting to this resistance, why don't we just wait, let market correct and do whatever it wants to do? At the point of coming back, as long as it doesn't break this support level right here, at the point of coming back above that zone, they will get an entry plan, only for market to just give us this immediate bullish print and start going massively to the top side. So it's running pretty well as of now, right? And some people are still. Somebody told me he just moved his stop loss to his entry over 150 pips profit by now. So, but that's just my entry. You can see 158 pips, right? So no capping, right? So this week we are super active. We're not dwelling on whatever happened last week, but we're super active for this new week and open to any opportunity that the market is ready to give us. And this week I'm staying super active, and I'm looking at doing a challenge very soon. I'm looking at doing the challenge very soon. Last year we did a probe challenge, even though I stopped dropping the update at the point because I wasn't getting very much feedback, right? But now I'm going to do a challenge. I'm going to do a probe challenge uh, very soon, and whether people are active with me or not, I'm to actually see if this strategy really works. And I'll be dropping every single trade. Probably we'll be getting the account together, then we'll actually move on from there, right? Okay, so without further ado, let's look into XAUSD and what's our game plan for this new week, right? All right, XAUSD. What's our projection for XAUSD? What are we expecting to see on XAUSD for this new week? Let me remove this, right? So let's get straight to business. XAUSD bought massively well last week, and that's why I would say that sincerely, it's better to be a swing trader for real. Like being a swing trader, you tend to enjoy what a random day trader can't enjoy, because that's just a simple truth for real, though. That's just simple truth. For a swing trader, that move that good gave from allow the trade to run and make as much as see this some crazy pips, over 2,000 pips, right? You get what I'm saying? For a swing trader, you will just leave it to run and stuff like that. But a day trader, you see market approaching your resistance, you've closed, you're out, you're happy, you think you made money and stuff like that. Well, we actually did make money, right? And stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you might not be able to get on another trade again until you wait for corrections to happen and whatever. But what if market actually keeps buying? That's what a swing trader tends to enjoy week. If you're super active with me, let me see your comment and let's get on track to. Thank you guys. You can't send a comment yet though. Let me see. The comment section is working because I had similar issue last week when somebody called me after the live stream that he was dropping questions on the that I didn't respond, and I was like, I don't see any question. Like it was literally like the chat box wasn't working. So it's possible some glitch, probably some glitch actually happened. So it's possible we have similar glitch. I'll be seeing your comments, but please just drop it in case. So just drop your question, whatever, in the comment section. So I welcome each and everyone to today's live class again. Time frame like our custom is as our custom, right? To always check daily time frame to understand what the market is actually doing, right? To understand what the market. Okay, so I'm actually seeing comments today. Oh, thank God the chat box is working today, unlike last week, right? Unlike last week. All right, so right, I'm active with you too, brother man. So let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Oh, Brian, I see you, man. I see you, man. I see you, broski. I see you, broski. You're welcome, bro. All right, so let's see what's up, Brian. We should talk after the stream, though. We should talk after the stream, but let's see what's up and let's is right. Let's see what the trend is. Active. Okay, so let's see what's up, Brian. You're welcome. I cite you, man. I'm active with you as well, bro. We're super active. We should talk pretty soon, though. So let's see what's up on XAUSD and what does XAUSD have in store for us this week? What are we expecting to see the market do this week? And where is the market heading currently? And currently with the way market is buying, you'll be hearing a lot of things like price has overbought, think I've addressed the issue of thinking price as over ago, right? There's really nothing like price as overbought, right? Price can just continue buying again too. So, but let's look into what's actually happening, right? And expectation for this new week. So we'll go again this week in the name of Jesus. Amen. Super active. So we are right here on the daily time frame. We're right, and like I on daily time frame, what are we expecting to see on daily time frame? What do we want to see on daily time frame? What's our projection on daily time frame? What do we want to understand from daily time frame? And daily time frame is just there for you to be able to like at what price is doing, right? That's what we really want to be doing on a daily time frame. Just at a glance, see what the market is actually doing. Like, okay, what can I actually do? What can I do differently? Yeah, and where is the price actually? Uh, where's price actually heading? Yeah, amen, amen, amen. Yeah. All right, like what's price actually doing, right? So that's doing right. Okay, so let's look into like on what's it called on the XAUSD. Don't forget we had this massive break to the downside, right? We had this massive break to the downside. If you notice something right here, right? This resistance level here. Now I'm trying to break this down for us properly. I want us to see the market differently this week. Of every live stream I come, I try to dispense as many so we're on the same page, we're learning together, we're growing together. Because that's the point, I she. So let's just grow together and that's it. That's it. That should be the vibe, right? The wealthy people don't hide information from one another. They grow together, right? So let's have a rich mindset of not gatekeeping whatever. Uh, looking forward to the growth of one another, like brothers and shit like that. So that's the point, man. So here on the daily time frame, I just want us to be able to understand. I just want us to understand some things, right, before we actually continue. So listen attentively and see what's happening here. There was a strong support level right here, right? Price broke below, right? I would together. Price broke below. At the point of price breaking below, this is giving us like some indication for sellers that the sellers are resting below this level, right? And anything that makes price come below this level, strong support level. Can you see that at the end of the day, price is able to create a strong support level right here, and this strong support level that price is creating here is simply telling us that what there are strong buyers here, right? Let me make that. So I have like some strong buyers resting here, right? So we have strong buyers resting at that support level. And what are those buyers? What's their mission? What's their mission? We are together. What's their mission? They are looking for a way to push price as high as possible, bro. Like literally. They're looking for ways to do what? To push price as high as possible. And they will stop at nothing to push price as high as possible. But now, what will happen if price at the end of the day is able to take out for price to get bearish? Yeah, let me keep this straight now. For price to get bearish and for price to start to target this level, for price to start to target this zone that we have right here, for price to try to target this uh week that we have right here, which is some kind of like indication that price created that okay, the sellers are in the market, the sellers try to like push a break, right? Do break and retest, all of those things. So let's say a break, right? So this seller sign that market created here by breaking below a strong support level that market created on the 2nd of February. Market broke it on the 23rd of March, right? And at the end of the day, on the 5th of May, between the 4th and 5th of May, market created a strong support. Now, anything that makes price break back below this zone here, this strong support level, which is sitting at 4,506.8, will be having strong screen not showing anymore. Oh, chart isn't showing up. Okay, let me reshare then. Let me reshare. Sorry about that. Wait, can you see my chart, please? Can you see my chart now? Can you see my chart now, please? Sorry about that. Can you see my? Can you guys see my chart now? You should be able to see my chart now, right? You guys should be able to see my chart now, right? Am I correct? Just give me a yes. Just give me a yes. So, okay, 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 yes, okay, okay, okay. So let's continue, right? Okay, thank you about that. Thank you for that, bro. Okay, so what I was saying, right? So about what I was saying about that break at that level there. But I hope you guys had what I was saying up to this extent, right? Okay, so what I'm saying now is until price break back, we have strong buyers here, right? That are sitting at this level. We have strong buyers sitting at pretty strong support level right here. That, bro, no matter what price, we are never breaking below this zone, right? They created a strong support level right here. And a strong support level right here. Price created an indication for sales here, right? Price sold massively, right? And at the point of price selling massively to the downside, at the point where market sold massively, at the point where market sold massively to the downside, it's basically passing a message that at any point where to this level, they are doing what? They are trying to what? Push price high. They're trying to push price high. They're trying to keep pushing price, right? All together now. Now that we understand are resting at where they are where they hold strong, where they hold as their foundation, right? No house will stand without the foundation. But anything that makes the sellers break through this foundation, the house is totally demolished, right? The buyers have totally lost control. That's just the simple truth. Anything that makes price break below this support level that I have marked up right here, the buyers are market, and they are going to push price as far as what? As far as this level here, 4,100. Can you see what I'm saying now? They're going to push price as far as 4,100. Anything that makes price break below this support level, anything that makes price break below this support level, which is sitting at 4,506.8, they are going to look for a way to push price as right. But as far as price is above this level, what's up? The buyers are still in the market, right? The buyers are still in the market and they are ready to push price as far as possible. Do we get that concept now? I just want us to be able to digest that part first before we go down into. Do we understand the daily time frame now? Do we understand the daily time frame and are we active together? Do we get the daily time frame concepts now? Before I move to the next part, do we get the daily time frame concepts now? So anything that does not make price break below, anything that does not make price break below this level, this support level right here, what will happen? The buyers will still continue taking control. Anything that does not make price, as far as price is sitting above 4,500, as far as price is sitting above 4,500, the buyers are going to push price. They are ready to push price as far as this level, 4,800, 4,900, or as far as 5,000 price level, right? But anything that makes buyers look they are going to take price as far as 4,100, which is this sell indication that it had created here in the past, right? Which is created on the 20th of March, right? On the 23rd of March. Are we together now? Do we get that concept? Do we get that concept now? I want us to be able to I want us to get that concept into the next part, right? We get that concept, right? So anything as far as price is sitting above this level, buyers are strongly in the market. And you can see what I wrote right here. We have strong buyers right still here because price kept coming to this zone. And what was happening? They were just bouncing it up, and price kept buying massively to the top side. So now that I've been able to understand the concept on the daily time frame and interpret what the daily time frame is actually doing, what's our next call to action? What else do we have to do? Go down to the 4 hours time frame, right? And look into the major zones that we need to pay attention to. Because obviously we can't wait till price break above this level before we can get a buy, right? But we need to do what? Go down to a lower time frame to see what the market is doing, see where the market is heading, and see how we can take advantage of it, right? Right here on the 4 hours time frame. I hope we're together now. Okay. All right. Let me remove this for now. And you can see what I was saying. You can see what I was saying here. Yeah, you can see what I was saying here. So as far as price is kept above this level, buyers are still strongly in the market, right? The buyers are strongly in the market and they're ready to take price as far as possible, right? As far as possible. They're trying to take price as high as possible, as high as they can. So the chances are very, very high that this week price might be coming as far as this level. The chances are very high that this week price might be breaking this high. The chances are high. But let's see together. Let's see together. Let's see how we can get to that high together, right? Because building, right? The bullish structure is building. And you can see what was happening here, right? The bears, they were in the market, right? The bears were in the market trying to push price as low as they could, trying to push price as low as they could. And they succeeded in creating series of lower highs and lower lows, right? But what's happening here? What's happening here? The structure is changing, right? The structure is changing, and price is starting to create what? Series of what? Higher highs and lower highs and higher lows, right? So that's the concept. We just need to have that idea at the back of our mind. So that will be able to guide us in every of our actions, right? That will be able to guide us in every step that we'll take. So let's check this together now. All right, so let's check this out together. Which other support zone do we have? I'm gonna have to reduce this because it's looking too big to me. Okay. So let's check out together now. Which other zone do we have? We have this zone right here, right? This is also relevant. You agree with me that this is relevant as well, right? Relevant. Now I need us to be able to understand something here, and this is the important part, right? This is where you should not miss out. This is where you should not miss out because I'm a very sensitive stuff here. I'm going to explain the very sensitive stuff right here. Let's check out something together quickly. I want us to something quickly. Now, pay attention. Pay attention. Price bounced off this zone, right? Price bounced off this zone and was buying massively, right? It's bought massively, right? This is where the secret is at. Another secret is in listening to every damn thing that I said, right? Now, listen, what happened here? Price created this high, right? There was a strong resistance here, right? There was a strong resistance here, right? You agree with me? Price couldn't break below, right? What happened? Price created a new high, right? You might count this as a new higher low, but the chances are still high that price might come to this zone, right? Before it actually buys massively. But two things, price might not need to come back to this zone before it buys. Now, these are two scenarios that we're actually waiting for before we can actually get any trading opportunity on this particular pair, right? On this particular pair. Now, I need us to open our eyes to something. Now, price has created indication by breaking above. This is a break, right? Breakout traders will actually enter this and buy. Good for them, right? At least they made money. But this happened. If you can see my charts, you can see 23 o'clock. This happened in the midnight. This happened at night. This is 11 o'clock my time, right? This is 11 o'clock my time. So I'm definitely not taking any trade by that time, right? So it's the chances are high that what price might correct. Now this is where the game, this is where the trick is at. Two things. I'll just be revealing two ways for us to actually get a trading opportunity. I'll be revealing two ways for us to get trading opportunity on this uh, current move that it has right here. I'll be revealing the two ways for us to actually get trading opportunity on gold right here. And what are those two ways? Now, two things. Price either corrects inside this zone or give a time to buy again, right? Because it has obviously bought. Now we're expecting price to correct, right? And for when you're looking for opportunity to buy, and price has given you a sign for buy, correction, price will definitely become bearish, right? And at that point of becoming bearish, price for us to now be able to enter, price has to start changing back from the bearish move into becoming what? Bullish. And that's the exact game that I want to play. And that's the exact game. That's the exact game that I want to play. That's the exact game. You guys can hear me? We're together, right? Let me know if you guys can hear me, please. Okay. All right. So can happen. So price either become bearish at the point of correction again. That's one way we can enter, right? To actually correct by waiting for price to correct. And when price correct, like I'm saying, by either waiting for price to correct, because obviously we have a major zone here, right? That we have a major zone here, and this is the 4 hours. 4 hours, 4 hours is not 4 hours is not a child zone, right? It's not a baby zone at all. It's a major zone, right? We either wait for price to correct to give us new potential move for buys, right? By breaking below or giving us a proper retest at this level, whichever one, right? We either wait for price to correct and give us the new buy move. That's one. Or pay attention to what's happening. Pay attention to what's happening here. This is where the secret is at. This is where I need to pay massive attention now, because I obviously saw this when I was studying today as well, right? Now, notice something here. Notice something here. Notice something here. What do you notice from here? What do you notice that is happening here? What do you guys notice that is happening here? What do you guys notice that is happening at that zone? At this zone here? What do you guys notice that is happening here? What do you guys notice that is happening here? What do you guys notice that is happening here? I've been able to explain the first way in which we can actually get our buy, right? I've been able to explain the first way in which we can actually get our buy. And this is the second way we can actually get our buy now. Okay, what's actually happening here? Okay, Brian is saying consolidation. Smart. Right, exactly. Consolidation, right? Any other person too? We actually have consolidation there, but there's something else that is actually happening in that zone. Like there's something else that is actually happening in that zone. And what's happening there? What is happening there is we are beginning to have, pay attention, we're beginning to have strong sellers here. Are we together now? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me first before I move on? Do you agree with me? Okay, all I hear is saying double top. Yeah, exactly. We have double top there, right? We have double top there. Brian is also correct by saying we have consolidations at that zone. But at the same time, we have strong sellers at that level. If you notice that as is going to that level, price was doing what? It was pushing to the downside, right? It kept falling. Exactly. Now, it put to the downside. That's the concept, right? As price is getting to that level, it was pushing to the downside. So, God bless you, Brian. That's the concept. So, push the downside, saying meaning that what? Downside, sellers are stepping in. Exactly. That's what I've been meaning to hear. Sellers are actually what? Stepping in. Points where sellers are stepping in. This is our second buy zone that we can pay attention to. And how do we actually pay attention to this buy zone? For a bullish trend, right? For a bullish market, price is becoming bullish, breaks above some major zone, you wait for correction, and you're able to get on your buys, right? But there are also two ways to this thing now, and that's the exact second way that I'm showing you. And Brian is actually giving me the vibe here now by saying, yes, a pull to the downside, sellers are. That's the word I needed to hear. Sellers, point where sellers are stepping in. Two things can happen. Price continues falling like this and come back to this our major zone here and give us the push for some buys, right? Do you agree with me? That's one, right? You guys agree with me, right? That's one. The second thing that could happen from join, please endeavor to like this live stream so you to recommend it to more people. Thanks. So the second thing that could happen here for a bullish trend to continue, right? What's the rule for a bullish trend to continue? Even if it's only gold we are able to treat today, I want to just break everything down. Like I want to scatter everything and arrange it in your brain one by one like this. I want everything to actually stick into our brain. Like that's my goal today, bro. And I hope I'm trying my best because I don't know. I'm literally just trying to. So the thing is, for a bullish trend to continue, price has to keep printing series of highs, right? Higher high, higher low, right? Higher high, higher low, right? You agree with me? Now, at the point where the sellers will only still be in control as long as price stays below that zone, which is exactly what's happening here. The sellers will only still be in control as far as price stays below this zone. Now, as far as price stays below this zone, as far as price stays below this zone, exactly, exactly. We see more. Is this Nana Yao? I think this is Nana Yao. Nana Yao, I see you, man. You're welcome. Okay, Brian is saying I'm doing so well. Appreciate. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank God. I'm just trying my best here. So I actually want us to be able to understand today, right? I want to, even if it's only good to, I want us to have the right mindset for it today. I want us to get your concept. I want us to be able to digest it, even if that's the only thing we're able to do today. But at least approach clear mind and without distraction or right. That's the word. Without uncertainty, right? Sellers are in control, and we need price to do what? To act, to become bullish for us to buy. That's the word. We need price to become bullish for us to buy, and become bullish. Oh, Enam, I see you, man. You're welcome. Enam is sucking off BTC like this. Don't ever reveal yourself. All right, so as far as we need two things for us to buy, right? Because you obviously understand that what, as far as price is here, anything could happen. The sellers could still push price but for us to enter buy, we need price to change back to being bullish. That's the word. We need price to start becoming bullish again. And what are the two ways for price to start becoming bullish here? What are the two ways for price to start becoming bullish? Like I explained, the first scenario, price either corrects back to this major zone, give a retest, whatever, and start buying, right? One, or break back below, start giving us new indication for buys, or start breaking back above major zone. And at the point of saying clear break, pin above this level, we start buying, right? We see something like this, boom, we see this bullish structure, then we do what? We buy. That works. One, right? That's the first step, right? Which you can actually stick to. That's one way in which buyers are. So we need two things to happen here for us to be able to buy. We need either one like this, right, to this zone and give us and become and change back to being bullish and become bullish again. At the point of becoming bullish again, we buy. That's one. Or what? Or price breaks below this strong seller zone. You can see that the sellers are, you can see the first touch, right? Second touch, right? So we have strong sellers. So we can boldly buy when we see price above this level, above this zone. That's the arc I actually want us to understand now. We can also buy once we see price above this zone. We can as well buy. We can as well buy once we see price above this zone. We can as well buy once we see price above two scenarios in which you can actually enter gold this week, XAUSD this week on the buys. And I told you that anything that will make us XAUSD is if and only if, like Economist taught me when I was in school, if and only if IFF, I will only sell if and only if price breaks below this strong buyer zone. And don't forget, we marked out this zone on the daily time frame, right? For those that joined early, we marked out this zone from the daily time frame. What will happen? Price will automatically become bearish again, right? And any break above this strong seller zone, we enter buy. And I'm super active for that. I'm super active to actually see that happening, right? So those are the two scenarios in which we're expecting gold buys this week. Those are the two scenarios. Let me start seeing your comments now. Let me start seeing your questions, right? Let me start seeing your view. Did I try my best in explaining this XAUSD? Do we understand anything at all? Do we gain anything at all from this analysis? So for gold, in summary, for gold this week, we are either waiting for what? For this to happen, correction back below this zone, and get a new indication for buys and enter our buy and target this high or target here first, right? That's one. Which means that what? Which means that what? Our entry will be from around somewhere here or somewhere here where price break back above this level, whichever one, right? Somewhere here. Then what? We target this. If price break above this looks good too, right? That's one. This could happen. You mean that this could happen, right? You guys agree with me that this could happen, right? This is just one. And what's the second scenario? What's the second scenario? What's the second scenario? Once we get a break above this strong seller zone, once we get a break above this strong seller zone, we see similar break like close this one with BTC. Let me show you BTC now and look for the exact kind of break that we're expecting. Once you see a break like this, probably you see a good candlestick like this close above this particular one. I hope you can see the particular one. Yeah, this kind. Once you see something like this, or we see something like this, right? Whichever one of them, we see something like this, or we see a pin bar, a strong pin bar, right? Above that level. Then what will happen? We start looking for opportunity to buy. So those are the two scenarios in which we are looking out for gold this week. Those are the two scenarios in which we are looking out for gold this week. And I hope that's clear enough. I hope that's clear. I hope that's clear enough, guys. I hope that is clear enough. Were you able to gain anything from this live class? Do you understand anything at all? Besides, I see a neck and shoulder. So ideally, I would buy. So I agree. All right, man. Price need to break above. You the buyers are strong. Yeah, exactly. So at the point of price breaking above, it's still showing us that what the buyers are ready to take us, are ready to take us as far as they could, as far as they can, right? They're ready to take us as far as they want, and we're ready to follow. So we're just waiting for either move, right? We're waiting for either break in both ways, right? So that's the only thing we are waiting for. We are super active this week, like I said, right? We are super active. I hope, uh, I hope, I hope that makes sense, guys. I hope that makes sense. Oh, appreciate. So Brian is saying the analysis is very clear. Comments very clear. Sekmore is also saying crystal clear. That's superb, man. That's superb, man. Appreciate. That peer before I don't know what's up right now for BTC. BTC might just keep buying the exact thing I saw from it for BTC. Let's check out BTC. I hope you've been able to take a screenshot of this or whichever one. Just you might not need to take a screenshot, just go to your charts, try to draw up the same thing and follow through with it, right? But for this BTC, this move, right? I was hoping by this move because I was sincerely looking forward to doing very well with this trade, right? I was looking forward to doing some to put some stunts with this trade, and you can see it's moving very well, right? And I saw this trade. I knew BTC was going to buy. I knew it was just going to buy. I knew it was going to buy, but live happens, like I posted on the Telegram channel, right? Live happens. So, which other currency pair do you want us to look into? For BTC, sincerely, BTC might just keep buying as far as this level and, and even break above, sincerely, because this move is aggressive, right? This move is aggressive, but this consolidation here literally turned me off. This consolidation here literally, like, it made me go. I got tired of the consolidation. I got tired of the consolidation. Which other pair do you want us to look into in few minutes time? In just minutes. Which other currency pair do you want us to look into in just 10 minutes before we call it a day? I hope you guys were able to gain something meaningful. Brian is saying something. Friday was funny for me on good. Candle week, candle week me out. Pay me. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Sincerely, trading these days, one has to be extremely careful, right? One has to be extremely super careful, super careful. I won't lie.